What is up, my friends? I'm just getting home. Whoa. What's going on, guys? Josh Lewis here. I want to talk to you real quick about something very, very important to myself. I just got home from work and I was talking to a bunch of different people. And I realized how important it is to listen to other people, to actually listen to what other people are saying, and really listening what they need, because that's really what everything that communication is all about. And when somebody is talking, they're saying so many different things in so many different levels. And I'm not trying to say, listen, you need to read into what everybody's saying, like on so many different deeper levels. But there is, communication is very important. And I learned a long time ago that communication comes in two forms. It's either a loving response or a cry for help. And you don't have to look at communication that way, but I choose to look at communication that way because communication is something that tells us what our next move is going to be. So when someone's communicating with us, they're saying, hey, I need something, or I care about you. And, too many times when we react towards a negative communication form, we respond negatively. So it's just a cry for help versus a cry for help, a cry for help versus a cry for help. And you never get anywhere. That's usually when arguments happen. It's usually when frustrations are present. So one of the most important things about communicating with people is a couple things. Number one, it's listening. Listening without the intent to speak over them, just listening to hear them, not listening to respond. Number two is trying to understand and empathize with their point of view, even if you don't agree with it. And number three, know your values. I'm gonna go over those three things real quick. Number one, listening. Listening to people is super important because most people don't get listened to. People are looking at their phones every single day, during the middle of a conversation. It's very rare when someone is truly present. So when you are truly present in a conversation, it's a gift. It's basically saying I love you to that person. It's how rare it is nowadays. And so listening was the first thing. And the second thing was, I'm lost for a second. What was the second thing? The second thing, you want to listen to people. And the second thing is, I forgot. Knowing your values, number three. It was really important. I was just thinking about it on the way home. The second thing is being understanding and empathetic. I apologize for the delay. Being understanding and empathetic is very important because once you're able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, you're able to understand what is really going on inside their head. So if you understand what's going on inside their head, or you can sympathize or empathize with what they're feeling. You know what their world looks like. You're not just reacting out of what you believe that person should be doing. And the third thing is knowing your values. And what that means is do not take disrespect. Do not take people belittling you, bullying you, or being mean to you. Understand where they're coming from. Be empathetic. Most bullies are just very insecure. Most people are mean, have a horrible life, and they're really they're taking their aggression out on other people they deem to be weaker, or anybody at that for that matter. But knowing your values in the sense of knowing what you will stand for and knowing what you won't stand for. So when someone is disrespectful to you, you can politely and firmly and assertively say, I do not talk to you that way. Please do not talk to me that way. And to stand up for yourself and know your values, know what you're worth, and know what you allow and what you don't allow. And it's very important in communication because sometimes what happens is people who push the boundaries in being passive aggressive, they tend to try and take advantage of what other people are doing because they choose not to, know their values and stick up for themselves. So it's really, really important to know what you allow and know what you will tolerate. Communication is very important, and I think it's one of the most main things that we get wrong in life, and it's something that separates us from the animal kingdom too, which is so crazy. The very fact that you and I communicate separates us so far away from, animals, but yet we compare ourselves to animals every single day. And what I mean by that is through evolution and all those progresses, but let that not deem or dictate our behavior. For instance, we are so different, and this tool that we have that separates us so far away from the animal kingdom, from the animal world, is the tool that we have to be successful. And sometimes we just don't use it, right? We're not listening, we're not being understanding and empathetic, and we're not knowing our values. And those are the 3 tips I have for you guys. Listen, I appreciate you guys watching this. If you're not subscribed, hit the like button, comment below. Let me know what you thought of this video. What other topics do you want for me to talk about? I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys have a great life. Be powerful. Thanks, guys.